everybody.
Is that right? Is that how you do it?
I love that you're asking me. Like I know. I mean, I'm genuinely flattered that you think I'm that up to date.
Oh, you are. You are.
Really,
You're that up to date.
I'm really not.
We are Digital Hammurabi. Dr. Josh.
I'm Megan. Hello.
And we are monetized,
Woo!
ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Yes.
You guys are incredible.
You guys.
Oh yeah.
Watching all of our stuff.
No diggity, no doubt.
And
Player on player.
And being awesome. So, thank you all very much.
What did it lock up?
Maybe.
Nope.
There we go. So we already have a question.
Wow, yeah. Oh,
so we have a super chat
a
already.
Super chat. Our first super chat. And
really
it's
cool.
in pounds.
It is, which makes me very happy. So hi, Tim. He says, thanks for the content. Thoroughly enjoyed it, especially the live streams and interviews. Thank you. I really enjoy the live streams and interviews as well. Actually, they're a lot less stressful. Weirdly, given that it's live, they're a lot less stressful than the regular videos we put out, mainly because they don't take as long.
Yeah.
And they're more interactive as well. I like being able to talk to people.
Also, you can drink beer while you do them.
You can drink beer while you do
Which, to celebrate our monetization, I am drinking Heavy Seas Tropicana. Tropicana. It's a Baltimore brew, I think.
Yep.
Oh, my God. All right, well, it looks like it's a Baltimore brew. You can tell from the shape of the bottle.
Tim also says, a brief history on the deciphering of Sumerian would be awesome. Always wondered how the heck they figured it out. And that leads to another question. How confident can you be that you've got it right? Excellent question, and definitely a video we should do. It's not something I can talk about extemporaneously. Do you know enough off the top of your head to...
The decipherment?
Yeah.
No, I mean, like... Hey, how's the video for you guys? Because it looks like it's a little choppy on our end. So if it looks choppy for you guys, let us know in the side chat.
Tim says, oh, he also says he only does first, so we're not getting another one. That's okay. Really, anything that we get is very much appreciated. Oh, William's here. Hello, Dr. Reed.
Hey.
Nice to see you.
There he is.
So this is an Ask Me Anything, and it's not even an Ask Me Anything about Mesopotamia. This is a go for it. What do you want to know?
Yeah.
That we can answer.
Yeah.
Omega, that's an awesome name. We have $2 Canadian.
Wow. Thank you.
This is really cool.
This is really this is very interesting.
Everyone's saying that the stream looks good on their end.
Oh, okay, cool. So I guess Megan told me that when she did her stream today, which I hear was amazing, primarily because it's just you.
I'm not sure it was terribly coherent, but
I think it was terribly coherent.
It kept getting interrupted.
But she said that somebody had asked about doing a live stream tonight to celebrate, and I thought that was really cool. I thought it was a good idea, but right. So I thought maybe we'd do something short tonight, just because we didn't have anything really planned, and then dedicate this Saturday night stream to. Well, I'll tell you about it in a minute. So that's how we're gonna. If Megan thought this would be a really good idea, do a little Ask Me Anything about anything.
This is going to be like super short.
Yeah, maybe
half an hour, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Partly because we don't want to. I know that we share some viewers with the Non-Sequitur show.
Yeah, I don't want to take their viewers.
So
not that
I think they'd be taking ours if we're very honest.
Yeah, sorry, that sounded really. Sorry, Kyle, if you're watching, that's not what I meant.
So we're gonna keep it short. Yeah. Do a nice quick Ask Me Anything, and then on the weekend we will do a longer stream,
which I will tell you about in a minute. So right now, if you have questions about anything that you think we have an expertise in, so royal inscriptions,
or if you just want to know what I had for breakfast,
right?
I mean, eggs and toast.
Yeah,
it's not very exciting, but really anything.
Somebody in the stream the other night was hell-bent on knowing what church we got married in.
So we got married at the Church of St. Michael's and All Angels, which is not a Catholic church, as this person thought. It's an Anglican church because I was raised Anglican, and it was the church that I grew up in with the vicar who I grew up with. So it was a very personal, family-oriented affair. It was lovely.
I'm going to go get something.
Sure.
So if you want to talk about what's coming up on
Yes.
the Non-Sequitur show. What's up?
Yes, so on the 6th, we will be on the Non-Sequitur show doing a show on ancient letters, because ancient letters are amazing and wonderful, and I'm a little bit of a letters geek, which I inherit from my advisor, actually. He's a massive fan of ancient letters. So I am in the process of compiling some of my favorites that we can read on air and talk about, including the infamous Delicious Rats letter, which Dr. Reed helped us with. Yeah, so that's the Non-Sequitur on the 6th of November. I nearly said January. It's not January.
So the backstory to what I'm getting ready to do. I was on Scholar Fiction show, which is awesome. I love that show. And we have another super chat.
We do. I'm gonna.
Sorry.
I'm gonna let you finish your story, and then we have a bunch of questions.
I love that I can see them now. Like when you have one good eye, it's like, oh, I can see that. Okay. So I was on the Non-Sequitur show. Scholar Fiction show, whenever that was.
Sometime this week.
Monday maybe. And the lighting if I'm out in the kitchen, the lighting is like directly overhead, so it casts these weird shadows. So I try to wear a hat when I'm out there. Sometimes I try to wear one in here as well. It also covers like the ugly part up here. So I picked a hat, an Orioles cap, couple shows ago, and then I have a service disabled veterans hat, and somebody in the chat said that I should be called up on charges of stolen valor, which is something that was passed in 2013. Said that I wasn't actually in the military. They haven't seen any military IDs or any proof that I'm in the military.
Because naturally, when you run a YouTube show, the first thing you do is publish your military ID.
So, suck it. That's what I have to say about that.
So the thing is, Josh, that's faked, and it's from the aliens.
Well, I hope it's not fake. It gets me
medicine.
Medicine, yeah. So anyway, I don't have time for that nonsense, frankly. There are very few things that will get me riled up. But calling my service to my country into question.
So Trevor Lunn very helpfully provided a list of people who contributed to the translation of Akkadian. So good job, Trevor. Yeah, that's awesome. And actually, we do need to actually spend some time and just produce a longer narrative of what happened.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it's not that
because it's a really interesting story.
Look, it was one of the first things that we studied in first year archaeology, but it's something that
I want to make sure I get it right.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way I'm gonna try to pull those sorts of things.
No, but Trevor, I mean, from what I remember, that looks perfect. So. Awesome, Trevor. Thank you. Omegale1 says, this was a test for my first super chat. So thank you for choosing us. I'll be more generous later. I'm also very patient with ad watching on channels I like. Thank you. I'd never really thought about ads. I mean,
sorry.
Part of me is sorry because now people have to watch ads.
But maybe they'll be about like Pat Robertson, which would be great.
Maybe. William Reed, is there a scholarly consensus on why Gilgamesh is 2/3 divine versus some other percentage?
Well, I thought there was one that was 14/20, but
is that Piper laughing to herself?
Yeah.
Our 5-year-old is in bed giggling.
I keep forgetting that this microphone might not be, good enough to pick up giggling in the other room. I have not looked into that.
No, I don't know. It could be that. So his mother's a full-blown goddess. And Lugalbanda is, maybe it's to do with Lugalbanda not being entirely completely divine.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe he's just like a third divine.
Oh,
himself.
yeah. I mean, there's no question that it's because of his mixed parentage, but the actual fraction 2/3, I don't know.
Okay. Native atheist, how come you guys aren't in costume? Mainly because of children.
I am in costume. I went as a Baltimore Raven.
Josh is a Baltimore Raven. I was wearing a baby for my costume who had a quite adorable Pikachu hat on. Yeah, it's mainly just I like making my own costumes, and if I can't make them, then I hate buying them, so I don't. And we have a baby who eats all of my time and brain power. So I just about got costumes together for the kids, and doing anything for us just wasn't going to happen.
Did you mention the 2 non-sequitur shows?
Oh, I didn't know there were 2 of them.
So we're doing the one on the 6th. Oh, right. Of course. Sorry.
Can I finish going?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
Just because we've had a bunch of comments and I don't want anyone to get lost. RW Benzone, do you collect or own any tablets, or is that even possible? We do not. It is not something I would be comfortable doing because of problems with provenance and the black market and looting and all those kinds of very fuzzy issues. We do have some replicas, and if you are interested in owning something with cuneiform on, I highly recommend replica tablets. The lovely Dr. Jeremiah Peterson has an Etsy shop called Ancient Tablet Modern Scribe, I think. Let me find that. And if you're interested in owning a piece of antiquity, they are highly recommended because they're absolutely beautiful and they give you a fantastic idea. So this is the one that Dr. Peterson made. It is a replica of a Neo-Assyrian plague amulet. And just look at how beautiful that is. And actually, our lovely friend, Dr. William Reed, made us this one.
I guess he did.
Because he's amazing. So we don't own any like real ancient tablets, but we have some beautiful replicas. Which is a much, much better idea. And I am just about to put Dr. Peterson's link in the chat.
So the other, oh, right. Sorry, you're continuing on.
Sorry.
I keep forgetting.
Trevor Lunn, what did ancient Assyrians have for breakfast? Lucky Charms, I think. I don't know. We need to do a show on Mesopotamian food.
It's funny because
that's amazing.
It's a little, the field of Assyriology is broader than one might expect because we have so many original tablets from so many genres.
There's a lot of information available.
It really is.
Mastering it all is
like there's a whole series on agriculture, just a whole very scholarly series on
Sumerian series, yeah, just on agriculture.
Yeah.
Greg Wilkinson donated $2. Thank you, Greg, and said he loves us. We love you too.
Indeed.
Chip Woolman, are you able to find an expert to interview on the subject of Assyrian and Babylonian astronomy? Yes, that is definitely something that is on the list of things. I know who I want to ask, but she's like a giant in the field, so I feel a little
Francesca
bit...
Rochberg-Holton.
Yeah, I feel a little bit...
she's amazing.
Like a worm asking an eagle to please maybe explain how you fly.
That being said, while we are in... And this is something that we can bring up now, I guess. While we are in search of that person to interview, because I think it's very important for this whole ancient alien Sitchin thing, there's a new edition of Molopin that just came out for any of you that have studied.
Which is an astronomical text.
Yes. Any of you that have studied.
Is Molopin the plow?
Yeah.
Molopin is the Babylonian, Mesopotamian name for the plow constellation.
That's right. Mol is stars, constellation,
collection of stars,
and Opin is the plow.
There's a new edition of Molopin.
Yes, I think it was 2018, 2017. It's like brand new, which I'm reading through, which is a little mind numbing, but
they're very, very technical.
Yes, you have to really love
stars.
So
all that is to say, I know who I want to ask. I'm also going to see if there's maybe a grad student that would be more approachable. And I've met Dr. Rochberg-Holton, and she's absolutely wonderful. But
yeah,
that would be.
It's like it's like a senior airman asking a 3-star general. You know, hey,
would you come and talk to my Bible?
Can you come to my lemonade stand?
Paul Ogier, have any of your videos been demonetized yet? That's your next milestone. Not yet. We have several that have restricted monetization because they include the word sex. William Reed says he's only asking about Gilgamesh because his students asked him. I
can't read.
Math Magic Pagan says, what modern Bible has the best translation?
I like the NIV. I love saying that.
Elaborate and expand.
Oh. fundamentalists hate the NIV. So I love it. It makes me happy. And we could talk about this maybe in a, I can talk about it now, I don't care. So there's a difference. There are different translational theories, methods. One is to be, more wooden, trying to represent the individual lexemes as they stand, and letting the reader in the receptor language try to make sense of what it means without translating into the language, this idioms, those sorts of things. And so, your more wooden translations will try to do that. The NIV is more of a dynamic translation. It's not an extremely dynamic translation, but it's more dynamic. And so it tries to make sense of what the text says. So there's a verse in Jeremiah. I think one of the versions says, does the mountain forget the icy slopes or something? And the NIV says, does the snow ever does the snow ever melt from the sides of the mountain? Which is the sense of the passage, right? So is it a wooden translation? No. It's trying to tell you what the text says. Anyway, I like the NIV. The nice thing about it is I can read the Hebrew, so if I'm just wanting to go through the text in English and get a whole sense of the passage without having to take all the time to read through it. Dr. Reed is another great, obviously, person to ask what his favorite translation is. But
William, what's your favorite translation of the Bible?
And
Put you on the spot there.
And while we were waiting for your response, to sort of give an idea of what's coming up, we should. It seems as though someone from Lord Rael's congregation took exception to some of the things that I said in the stream, if you saw it on the Non-Sequitur show, and is challenging me. Hooray.
They're going to be locked in a cage.
No, I think that's you.
Fight. No.
Yeah.
No,
because it's the cage match of
the boob off.
The boob off. That's what it is.
Well, you should do the cage fighting first, and then Shannon and I can do ours.
Shannon, she accepts the boob off. So anyway, hopefully there'll be something coming up with that. So stay tuned.
William says that his favorite Bibles are either the JPS or the NRSV. What do those acronyms mean?
Jewish Publication Society and the New Revised Standard Version.
There we go. And Not a Theist is doing a fantastic job of reminding everybody to like the live stream. If you're here, if you enjoy what you're seeing, please hit the like button.
Yeah, definitely.
Also subscribe. That really helps us out.
Yeah.
Math Magic Pagan says he found a huge illustrated King James version at his grandparents' parents' house today, and didn't realize it until after they brought it. That's pretty cool. An illustrated King James.
I'd like to see what the illustrations are.
Lots of sex, probably.
Yeah, probably. It's like Song of Solomon. It's just like 80 pages long.
It's just
and 4 of them are text.
So we have another maybe 15 minutes. So if you have questions for us, put them in the chat. We will do our very best to answer them.
So
Joshua.
This Saturday, we are going to do our official thank you for being so amazing and making it so that we can get monetized stream. And I don't know that I've mentioned this, but I worked a couple things that I've been working on sort of on the side. I finished 6 chapters of my Sumerian grammar, my Learn to Read Sumerian for the absolute beginner. And if you're a Patreon, I don't remember which tier Patreon.
I can't remember.
But Megan uploads PDFs of the unedited whatever versions of it, so that you have access to it, early access to it. There's some other stuff. I just wrote a paper. I won't tell you what it's about.
But that's up there.
To
see.
I actually think it's going to be a really big deal. I mean, relatively speaking, in our community, because it's designed to. Yeah, I can't something very controversial, particularly right now, between some pretty big name people, and I feel like I've written something that's
dun dun dun.
I feel like I've written something that's relatively convincing.
Watch this space is what we're saying, basically.
Watch what?
This space.
Oh. Sorry, can I
No,
just?
yep, go for it.
And then this Saturday, so what we're gonna do this Saturday, because I will forget it, is I've also put a presentation together. Hi, sweetheart.
Where's my purple blanket?
I don't know. Let's go find it.
I got pages.
That's so sick.
I love my kids. I don't remember what I was saying. This can be really, really frustrating. Megan, what was I talking about?
The stitching.
Stitching. Yes. So I put a full-length presentation together on. I was going to do a systematic response to the entirety of the 12th planet, and I came to realize that that wouldn't be academically responsible of me. I don't know enough about astronomy in general, and I certainly, I don't know enough about astronomical texts throughout Mesopotamian history. It's a very specialized aspect of our field. And I certainly don't know enough about astronomy in general to make good connections there. So I do want to wait for somebody on that. I don't feel, because my specialization is not in ancient Near Eastern art history. Yes, ancient Near Eastern art history. And there are people that are available that can speak to art historical things. I don't want to wade into those waters either. However, the end of chapter 4, I think, and chapters 5 and 6 of the 12th planet, I have systematically destroyed. Sorry, in my opinion.
I think you've done a good job.
So that will be the topic of conversation this Saturday.
Yes.
And
so join us to find out why Sitchin is wrong and what Sumerian actually says when it's translated responsibly.
I feel like you're hurrying me up.
Well, we said we'd keep this short and we have questions.
Sorry.
I want to make sure we answer. Sorry. Oh,
I would just sit here and...
No. Was there more?
No.
Anunnaki the One says, this is for both of us, what do you consider your faiths are personally on the theological institutional part?
I'm an agnostic.
It depends what day you ask me. Sometimes I'm agnostic, sometimes I'm very Christian. It depends on many, many things, particularly how I feel and how reprehensible other Christians are being.
Which they often are.
Often. Levite Khan says shalom. Trevor Lund says, how do you say like, subscribe, and share in Sumerian?
So what?
How do you say like, subscribe, and share in Sumerian? I don't know. We'd need 3 imperatives.
Yeah, I don't know that I know the word for... I don't know that there's a word for like. I don't know the word for love. Kiong.
Yeah. Knowing Trevor, I suspect that's not an entirely serious question.
I actually was emailed today asked to translate 2 sentences, but they're like sayings into Sumerian, which is not an easy thing to do, simply because of lexical issues.
Nell C, if you had one use of a time machine, when would you go to Assyria and why? That's a good question. You know, I'd want to meet Enheduanna.
Yeah?
I think that would be pretty cool. I want to see if she's, like, what kind of power she had, and if she's actually this massive figure that we've made her out to be, or if she was just a princess placed in a politically advantageous position by her dad.
I'd want to meet Shulgi.
Shulgi, to see if his penis really was that big.
You know, you always have to go to the penis.
It's Shulgi.
Yes, that's exactly why.
So Enheduanna is a high priestess from the Sargonic period, also daughter of the king Sargon. And she's credited as being the world's first named author. Unfortunately, what we have that's attributed to her is much, much later. So there's not like definitive proof that she actually wrote it, or if it was just attributed to her later by different scribes. But I would really like to meet her and find out if she was this powerful, politically influential figure that she sometimes appears to be from the texts, or if she was just placed in that position by her dad for his own. I'm sure she was placed there for his own political benefit, but whether she had any freedom of her own. And you said Shorgy.
Just to tell him that we used to call him Dungy.
I'm sure he'd love to hear that. Let me see. Magic Math Pagan is going to email us pictures of the Bible. Awesome. Michael W. Roble, $10.
Wow,
Admit it. Oliver is the real brains behind your outfit. I mean,
no question.
He's definitely the cutest of us. And he has the best hair. And
Piper and I danced to the Time Warp tonight, which was a lot of fun.
Omega $13. Wow, thank you. Rounded up for a full US value of $10. Well, I appreciate that.
You guys are incredible. Thank you.
Brian Stevens, Ancient Aliens Debunked pretty much destroyed Sitchin's other work, so that sums it up. Yep. Dirk, I don't think you can say Sitchin is wrong without paying royalties to Michael Heiser.
Yeah, so here's the deal. And I've said this before, and I really like Michael Heiser. Michael Heiser, obviously PhD from Wisconsin-Madison, studied under Michael Fox. I think it's where he did his work.
I think so.
So phenomenal Hebrew, Aramaic, Ugaritic scholar. As I understand it, he's learned Akkadian and Sumerian on his own. It's not to say that one can't what's the word that I'm looking get a rigorous academic can rigorously study. Akkadian and Sumerian are very, very difficult languages, and they're very difficult to learn under the tutelage of someone who's an expert in the languages. And it's even more difficult to learn on your own. And I mean, Heiser will say this in his writings and and he'll say things like, "Oh, I'm sure all the Assyriologists got it wrong." You know, obviously saying that tongue in cheek, and he's absolutely right. I mean, what he says is absolutely right. There's no question about it. But you can tell from some of the works that he cites, it's older secondary literature. He doesn't know Sumerian. He doesn't know some of the linguistic arguments. I haven't actually come across anybody that does that's made these arguments against him. So I feel like this is the niche that I'm feeling. I'm sort of supplementing in a very with that authoritative backing, I suppose, with the Sumerian linguistics. Sorry, she's touching my leg, which means please be quiet.
Sorry. Levite Khan is saying join us on our live stream later today. He and his wife invite you and I, which is very kind. Thank you. It depends how much later, because it's getting kind of late here in North America, and we have to put our other daughter to bed, and then at some point we will also need to sleep, but I will try and drop in. Tim Smith says, which is older, Enuma Elish or Epic of Atrahasis?
Atrahasis.
Enuma Elish is, comparatively speaking, quite late.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably late second millennium. Atrahasis is Babylonian period. So probably 600 years earlier, maybe 800 years.
Dirk says he's almost drunk enough to really enjoy a good penis stroke. Almost? I don't even have to be drunk to enjoy a good penis stroke. Like, they're appropriate for all times and all situations.
I agree.
I think. And that tells you an awful lot about my upbringing. Because genuinely, penis strokes are welcome at my family's dinner table. We sing the sperm song when we get together, so...
I don't know what that is.
Monty Python.
Every
sperm is sacred.
Yes.
And also the penis song, also by Monty Python.
Isn't it awfully nice to have a penis?
Greg Wilkinson, are you still planning on coming up with some t-shirts? Yes.
Yes.
We are. It is... I keep saying it's on the list. Everything is on the list. We have a really big list of stuff to do. T-shirts are definitely there because, I mean, I want a t-shirt with cuneiform on, so I imagine other people do too. Yes, it depends on me getting some free time. But 0132132, congrats on monetization. Can't donate for like 2 weeks. That's, I mean, you don't have to donate at all. We'd love your money, don't get me wrong. But if you can't, We're just glad you're here.
Yeah, I'm really glad you're here. All of you.
Turnsole 80 is back from buying groceries. Welcome back. Grocery buying is very important. Dirk says 37 viewing, but only 17 likes so far. We need more likes. Go for it.
Guys are awesome.
Yep.
Thank you.
Akos Eris says demonetized because we said sperm and penis.
Oh.
Nell C. Damn, can I come over for Christmas? Yeah. Sure. Or we could just do a Christmas live stream where we all put party hats on and sing the sperm song.
Yeah.
I'd be quite.
We get some poppers. No, crackers.
Crackers.
Crackers. What are the poppers? Is that the?
Yeah, the party poppers are the things with streamers.
And the crackers. Yeah. Okay.
Things that you. Yeah.
I'm getting it. I'm getting it.
Elias fake name. Alias fake name. That's the best screen name ever. Don't you have any trick-or-treaters? No. We live off a little side street and there are like 3 houses and no one comes here.
Homer? Who is Homer? My name is Guy Incognito. Demonetized.
Akos Eris wants the crazy hat that Enki wears. You mean like the horned crown thing? Maybe. Or does he have a fish hat ever? Or is that just the...
he's just the
that's just the Apkalu. That's a shame.
Sorry, everybody.
Oh, we should make a fish cloak like the Apkalu.
Out of real fish.
No, not out of real fish.
Oh.
No. That would not be good.
No, definitely not.
That would really not be good. No, thank you. Do we have any more questions?
I'm excited about this paper.
Dun, dun, dun.
So I would like... I think a lot of you will be interested in it. Maybe. What do you think? Do you think they'll be interested in it?
Probably.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting.
I will...
It's piping.
Oh. Yeah. Saturday's going to be cool, I think.
Dirk said he has an apartment that locks the door so no kids get in.
And
Turnsole 80 bought so many lollies and no one came. Oh, that sucks. My brother said a similar thing, actually, and trick-or-treating doesn't seem to be as big a thing in the UK, but he said that he bought all of the candy and they've had no kids.
Oh, man.
It's really sad. Nelsie, I have a couple of pictures of fish shoes I found in a museum in Tokyo. That's pretty cool. Huh. Fish shoes. Interesting. William Reed, I'm very interested in this paper topic.
I mean, if you become a Patreon, I mean, not you in particular, but yeah, not you in particular way, but William's like, I could write this paper better than you. Just give me the topic. No, he would never say that, but it's true.
No, he wouldn't. But it is true.
But no, for anybody else that would like to see it, I still don't know what the tier is.
Oh no, anyone can see that one.
Oh, anyone can see it. So there you go.
And I'm shooting ourselves in the foot slightly. You could just like wait a few weeks because it will be.
Oh yeah, it'll come out.
It's not a secret. William says it's not true.
It is true.
It is true.
Sorry, William. You're brilliant.
And we love you.
Them's the rules.
Yep. All right.
Well, I feel good. And guys, I don't know. Thank you.
Yeah, really.
I mean, this
happened far faster than I thought. I thought it would be like a year before we got monetized. Just because you have to get so many viewing hours.
Yeah.
I was like, no one is going to spend that much time watching
the
channel.
And you know what really bumped it up is when I like stepped out of the screen and it was just Megan here.
No, because actually his Sumerian language videos get the most views out of anything we do.
That dumb thing is over 17,000. When I made that video, just, insider point of view here, I was like, well, nobody is ever going to watch this. But I really feel like I should put it out here. So, I mean, like I was really focused on getting the material out there in an understandable way, but I wasn't really concerned a whole lot about how my voice sounded, like the pauses. And so, I mean, it really does. That's been the complaint about that video. I would get like once a week.
It's too slow.
Yeah, it is. What's wrong with this guy?
He has multiple sclerosis.
Well, yeah, he's not that bright, And,
what?
Oh gosh, but anyway, no, I'm so excited, and we really enjoy what we're doing here, and Yeah, you guys are amazing.
Chaos Scipio says, you guys are so good. Everyone binge watches the channel. That's really nice. I'd be happy if people binge watched us.
Yeah. We got to do this thing. Paulogia does this awesome thing in his videos because I listen while I'm driving up the road. And in the introduction, it says like, welcome to part 11 of whatever series. If you are just joining us at this, click the information button in the upper right-hand corner and it'll start you at the beginning of the series.
I don't know how to do
Yeah, I don't know how to do it either, but it's really awesome.
To look at that up because that would be really useful. CJ says lots of historical videos have hundreds of thousands of views. This is true. This is very true. I don't know. It's still, I know we say this all the time. It's still genuinely surprising that so many people are interested.
Again, I think we need to put you in front of the camera all the time.
Tim Smith says we appreciate your content and expertise. We appreciate your viewing.
Indeed.
So unless anyone has any more questions, we are going to let you go. We are going to...
We have 40 people watching.
That's pretty
I don't know. You guys are awesome.
We are going to put... Is that crying or laughing? Piper Ray, you okay, baby?
She's laughing at a skunk.
Okay, then.
This is me hoping that it's an imaginary skunk. We do live like in a wooded area.
Children are wonderful. Let me see. Akos Eris wants you and I on Paulogia.
I think that might be...
He's mentioned it.
Yeah.
Nelsie says, fish shoes. Go to Flickr, look for Nelsie, then search for salmon skin boots. Okay. I'm going to do that now because that just sounds really interesting.
I wonder if you can scale them up in size.
Oh. Okay, we're really going now.
Yes.
So thank you, everybody, very much. You're amazing.
Indeed.
We love you. And it's really exciting that we get to do this. And even more exciting that now we're going to get paid for it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I'm fully anticipating being a millionaire within the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great.
It's a reasonable. Oh, Tim Smith just donated $10.
Oh, man, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You guys are incredible. This is
very incredible.
Really, really surprising, and I appreciate it.
Trevor Lund says, laughing at a skunk. No way did I think I was going to hear that said during this broadcast. It's surprising, actually, the weird and random things that come up. CJ, pro tip. I think your channel would be really interesting if you take the alternative history topics and take an academic point of view of it. That's not a bad idea, actually. That is not a bad idea. Thank you. Not with what she's wearing.
Oh.
I'm not sure it's...
That sounds... I was going to play the video clip of Piper doing the time warp with me.
But she's wearing one of my nightshirts, which is... She's 5. I am not 5. It's very big on her, and I don't know.
Okay, that's true. Yeah.
We will take another video of her doing the time warp in actual clothing.
She's very intelligent. Both.
I mean...
Yeah, you're very intelligent.
Oh, no, these guys are awesome and our friends, and I'd be totally happy with it. It's just... It's the internet.
Understood. Who knows? Very wise.
Pond will defeat the skunk in single combat.
This is true.
Or he'd fall asleep on it.
Yeah.
And drown it in hair.
Yeah.
Also possible. Okay, we're really, really going now. Because we have a 8-year-old. No, she's not 8 anymore. She's 11. I'm really glad she didn't hear you say that. I would get in lots of trouble. We have an 11-year-old who needs to be put to bed.
Well, come back.
Thank you. We love you. You're awesome.
Come back on Saturday and celebrate with us.
For more Sitchin excitement.
I think it'll probably be like 7:30.
Yep.
Okay.
7:30 after Oliver is asleep.
All right, guys. Well, until next time, resist poor scholarship. Always ask, how do you know that? Good night.